Students, this is question number 5 of your NCERT book, exercise 8.1, chapter Quadrilateral. So let's read the question. In parallelogram ABCD, P and Q are the 2 points taken on the diagonal BD such that DP equals to BQ, and you have to prove so many points. So let's begin with the first part only. So first let us write what is given to us, that ABCD is a parallelogram, and what is given over here, only thing given to you is that DP equals to BQ. So let's begin with the to prove part, and I'll start from the first part. To prove, you have to prove that APD congruent to CQB. So for congruency of two triangles we need three pairs. So let's check these two triangles APD. This is the first triangle. Let me change the color of the triangle. APD, and same triangle below his CQB. So what all things are given over here to us? One thing that is given to us is that DP equals to BQ. That's given, I will use. Now these two are equal, BQ DP. Now I can say that this BC also equals to AD. What should be the reason for that? So AD equals to BC, opposite sides of parallelogram, as ABCD is a parallelogram, so I can use that. Fine. Now two sides are there. Third side I cannot use because it's not given, equal QC and AP. Then what will I use? I'll use this angle between them. This angle between the two sides. So what is that angle? Angle ADP equals to angle CBQ. What is the reason for that? Alternate interior angles. So AIA short form is the short form of alternate interior angle. So with this, what do I get? Triangle APD is congruent to triangle CQB with which congruency rule? SAS, side angle side. So by SAS congruency rule. Done with the first part. Now the second part. Second part is asking you to prove that AP equals to CQ. Now AP and CQ, if you see, is a side of this these triangles that we just proved congruent. So from here I can say that AP equals to CQ by CPCT, and I hope you know the full form of CPCT. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are also equal after the two triangles are congruent. Okay. Now let's move to the third part. Third part is saying now I have to prove these two triangles. Which two triangles? Triangle AQB. Let me erase this part and we'll move over there. The triangle AQB, this triangle, and triangle CPD. So using the same congruency rule, we will do that part. So in triangle AQB and triangle CPD. Okay. So what do I have in the triangle AQB and CPD? Again, we have this BQ equals to DP. This BQ equals to DP, right? And then I have this AB equals to CD. This I'll write given. This is again opposite sides of a parallelogram we will write. Yeah. And then the next thing that we have is again this angle now. This angle now is equals to this angle. Okay. So angle ABQ is equals to angle CDP. Alternate interior angles. Fine, students. So again, by SAS triangle AQB is congruent to triangle CPD. Done with this part also. So fourth part from this is that I have to prove now AQ equals to CP. So you can see from here that this AQ also coming equals to CP, right? So AQ comes out to be CP by CPCT. Now the last part is asking you to prove that APCQ. APCQ, this figure. Let me change the color. APCQ is a parallelogram. So how do we prove that it's a parallelogram? Very easy part. We have proved that all the sides are equal, right? Opposite sides equal. So I got these two as congruent triangles, right? Because AQ equals to CP, proved in fourth part. AP equals to QC, proved in second part. And PQ is common, so both the triangles are congruent by SSS. Now this diagonal QP is dividing two triangles into congruent parts, so hence it's a parallelogram. Or you can say that opposite sides of this quadrilateral are equal, so you can say that's a parallelogram. Fine. Okay. So fifth part, we'll use one easy version only. So fifth part. So in quadrilateral, what's the name of that quadrilateral? APCQ. APCQ. What do we have? AP equals to CQ and AQ equals to CP. Opposite sides are equal. Hence, APCQ is a parallelogram. I hope it's clear, students. Fine. So what we did is we proved first part using SAS congruency rule, second part by CPCT, third part also by SAS congruency rule, then fourth part again by CPCT of that. And APCQ is that opposite sides of the quadrilateral are equal, hence it's a parallelogram. Now let's move to the next question. Question number 6 of your NCERT book. So ABCD is given to you as a parallelogram here. So this ABCD is a parallelogram where AP and CQ are the perpendiculars from vertices A and C on the diagonal DB. Show that triangle APB, the triangle APB, is congruent to triangle CQD. So how are we going to do that? So we'll take in triangle APB and triangle CQD. What all we have here? First thing that we can write is that AB is equals to CD. Reason for that? Opposite sides of a parallelogram, they're equal. Yeah. Then this angle APB is equals to this angle APB is equals to angle CQD 90 degree. That's given to you. Okay, this is given because they are perpendiculars. Now one side, one angle done, no other side is equal. So can I say that this angle equals to this angle? Angle ABP equals to angle CDQ. ABP equals to CDQ. The reason for that is again alternate interior angles because it's a parallelogram. Line DC parallel to AB. So this is the transversal. So these are alternate interior angles. So by which rule? You see here, one angle, another angle and the side. One angle, another angle and the side. So it is angle, angle, side. AAS congruency rule. We can say that triangle APB is congruent to triangle CQD, and when the two triangles are congruent, this was the first part. Second part, what we will get for that? That AP equals to CQ by CPCT. So this was the easy question, students. Only one step here to prove the two triangles congruent by AAS, angle side congruency rule, and by CPCT we'll say that AP equals to CQ. Done with the question. Now let's move to the 7th question of the NCERT book. Very important question. Let's read it. That ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to CD and AD equals to BC. Show that angle A equals to angle B, angle D equals to angle C, and the triangle ABC is congruent to triangle BAD, and then diagonal AC and diagonal BD, they are equal. So the figure of this question generally will be given like this only. This part is what here it is, that A, E you have drawn and joined CE. That's a construction part that you have to do. In NCERT book, this hint is given so that you can solve the question. Yeah. So when we begin with the question, the figure will be given to you. So this was given in NCERT, but the figure actually would be like this. You have a trapezium given only. A, B, C, D. Now you have to do construction over here. First write given. What is given to you? That ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to CD and AD equals to BC. To prove there are parts, so we'll go one by one. Now you have to do a construction over here. What construction we will do here? Then we produce AB, extend or produce this AB to a point E. Okay, I have written these names a little wrong here. It should go in a sequence. It should be CD. Yeah. Now produce AB to E, then join CE. You join this CE such that this CE equals to DA. Okay, so this is equals to this is equals to this. All these three are equal here. Now, and as AB is parallel to DC, so this AE will also be parallel to DC. Fine, students? And with construction such that CE equals to DA, we have to write one more statement that CE is parallel to DA. Okay, so these two lines are also parallel. That is by construction. So let's start with the proof. So as in the construction, I have taken that DA is equals to CE and DA is parallel to CE. By construction, I'm saying. So can I say that ADCE is a parallelogram? Yeah, so I'll be using that part. It's a parallelogram. It became a parallelogram. Now when it becomes a parallelogram, can I say that angle A equals to angle E? No, not angle A equals to angle E. Angle A plus angle E is 180 degree. So that's adjacent angles of a parallelogram. So angle A plus angle E is equals to 180 degree, adjacent angles of a parallelogram. Now A and E comes out to be 180. Let's consider this triangle CBE. In triangle CBE, what do you have in this triangle? CB equals to CE. With this CB equals to CE, can I say that these two angles are equal? CEB and CBA, these two angles. Angle CEB equals to angle CBE. Angles opposite to equal sides are equal. So we got these angles equal. So I'll say that angle E equals to angle CBE. Okay, students. Now, angle E I got. From this figure again here, what about these two angles? This angle and this angle. This and this angle. When you add these two angles, that is also 180 degree. It's a linear pair. So I'll write angle B basically. It is ABC. Angle ABC or angle B is plus angle CBE. CBE is 180 degree, right? ABC or B, you can write that way. Reason for that is linear pair. So from here what do I get? Angle B equals to 180 degree minus CBE. Okay. Now from here you can add one step, that angle A equals to 180 degree minus angle E. Make it 1. Yeah. Now this CBE can I change here? Because CBE equals to E. So minus angle E, that is second. So from 1 and 2, what do you get? Both angle A is also 180 minus E, angle B also 180 minus E. So I can say angle A equals to angle B. So this is the first part done. So what we used over here is only the two properties. One is the adjacent angles of a parallelogram are 180, A plus E is 180. So from here I got A is 180 minus E. Then this angle B plus this CBE also equals to 180 linear pair. So B is also 180 minus this CBE, but this CBE is equals to angle E. Reason being that it's an isosceles triangle, the two sides are equal, so opposite angles will also be equal. So hence you got A equals to B. I hope it's clear. Now let's move to the second part. For the second part, let me draw the figure again over here. So we have a trapezium, A, B, C, D. We produce this AB to E, join this, and now we have this parallel to this equals to this equals to this. We got that A is equals to B, right students? Now we have to prove in second part that now angle C equals to angle D. So now let's prove it. How do we go for that? It's a trapezium. Yes, students, you know that AB is parallel to DC. So can I say angle A plus angle D is 180 degree? Angle B plus angle C is 180 degree, which implies angle D is 180 minus angle A, and angle C is also 180 minus angle B. Okay. Reason for this is that they are which angles? Reason for this is they are co-interior angles. Co-interior angles means angles on the same side of the transversal add up to 180. Angles on the same side of the transversal add up to 180. Okay, so that's the reason. So, but you know that angle A equals to angle B from part 1. So, this is 1 and 2 here. So, from 1 and 2, what do you get? AB equal hai, so D and C also equal. Done. I hope it's done, students. Now let's move to the third part. Third part, you have to prove two triangles congruent. What are those two triangles? Triangle ABC. Let's join the diagonals, and triangle BAD. So these are the two triangles. So let's prove them congruent. So I'll join the diagonals here only. So let me join AC and let me join this BD. Let's change the color for these also. You have ABD, and then I have with another color this ABC. Okay. Now in triangle ABC and triangle, which other triangle they have taken the name as? BAD. Okay. BAD. So now students, what do you see here? Think for a minute and then proceed. Here, from the name also, if you check ABBA. So ABBA, you see there are two colors overlapping each other. So AB equals to BA, that's a common side here in the triangle. And it's given to you that AD equals to BC in the question. Plus we proved in first part that this angle A is equals to this angle B. Yeah. So we have angle A equals to angle B, proved in part 1. And then we have this AD equals to BC. So it will be here BC equals to AD over here. This is given, and angles also I'll write in that sequence, because first in the ABC will come angle B and BAD will come angle A. Okay students, because here if you see ABC will have angle B and BAD will have angle A. So by which congruency rule? By side angle side. Side angle side, triangle ABC congruent to triangle BAD, and then I can say by CPCT the fourth part, which we have to prove the diagonals are equal. Yeah, diagonal AC and diagonal BD. As the two triangles are congruent, so their corresponding part, it's a part of these two triangles only. So I can write that AC equals to BD, that's part 4 by CPCT. Done with the questions. This was the important question, students. I hope it's clear. Please revise it. We just use few properties of parallelogram, isosceles triangle, and then trapezium adjacent angles on the same side of transversal add up to 180, and then third part the congruency by SAS, and the last part diagonals equal by CPCT. So these are the three questions. Please practice them and revise them properly.